I don't know why you hit the road, but you don't realize I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Trek YT here, or Nick, back with another brand new SkyBlock Island schematic video. Now today, guys, you probably already saw the thumbnail. It's a little bit of a different kind of SkyBlock Island. I wanted to step out of my comfort zone and kind of make it a less traditional SkyBlock Island, and something that would literally make you the #1 person on any SkyBlock server if you built this there. So without further ado, guys, let's jump right into today's build. So this build is absolutely massive. Oh my god. Now, I know that this is meant for SkyBlock, and SkyBlock is typically survival unless the server has a shop where you can buy blocks. So I know that if you were to actually use this schematic and try to implement it on your server, there's two things you'd have to be able to do. One, you would have to have a probably larger than default island size. I think most islands on most Skyblock servers are 75 by 75. Well, this island's like 125 by 125 or so, so you're probably going to want to be safe, probably like 150 by 150, as well as it's literally from the bottom of the world to the very, very top. There's literally, it's fully, like, you can't go any lower and you can't build any higher. It's as big as it possibly can be. So if you guys don't know where this is from or what this is, you're probably like, why is there a floating house with a hot air balloon or something coming out of the chimney? Well, guys, this is actually the house from the movie Up. I don't know how many of you guys have seen that movie. I hope you've seen that movie. It's a absolute classic, but I absolutely love that movie, and I always wanted to build this house in Minecraft, but I never felt like I could do it justice until, I don't know, until as of like a couple years ago when I started to get a lot better at building, and I kind of understood the principles to build larger things, and I think I did justice. So now, most of the Skyblock Island is based around the outside. That's my goal. I wanted to be able to have one of the most best or the coolest looking island from the outside of the island. So somebody, if they had /fly was flying around the island, they would be able to see this absolutely immense thing. Now, obviously, if you didn't have /fly, no one would know, because they would just see the inside of this build and they wouldn't understand what they're actually standing inside of. Now, speaking of standing inside of, guys, this is what the inside looks like. You can see it's pretty much just a hollow shell. Now, I did this on purpose. I wanted you guys to be able to put whatever you wanted in here. Now, what's so nice about having such a large build is that means there's going to be a very large space on the inside, and I figured this is where you would actually have pretty much everything on your island. This is where your farms would be, this is where your shop would be, this is where your spawners would be, and I figured you could put it all inside this and then have it encapsulated by just an absolutely insane build on the outside. Now, I know in the last, I guess, 2 episodes of this series building Skyblock Islands, I included pretty much everything for you. I figured that we would mix it up today and kind of have you guys put your own twist on it, because every Skyblock server, as well as like when I did faction bases, every faction server is different. So I want you guys to be able to do what you need to do on the inside. I just want us to be able to make it look a lot cooler. That's what I focus on. So if you guys need an iron golem spawner, if you guys need pumpkin farms, there is an absolute massive amount of space in here that you guys can build. You can literally build a pumpkin farm in this little area right here. What's even cooler is like there's like almost like a little shelf up here. You can make this another level. You can make this like your IS warp, and you could have people be able to look down on your island down here or something like that. You could put your shop up here. You could segment this entire thing off, and you could build different parts of the base. Like you could put a wall up across here, make the walls. You could do absolute whatever you want here and still make it look amazing. I think really the only downside to probably this island for a lot of people is that they won't actually be able to achieve building this, because it probably goes outside of the maximum island that they're able to achieve without potentially donating to the server and getting it on. When I played on Sky Regions, I had the ability to build, I think it was 125 by 125, but I know that you were able to build all the way up to 400 by 400, I believe, if you donated enough or got it out of a Sky key or a crate key. So I think this is achievable for some people, and I wanted to make it not achievable necessarily for everybody, because I think that it just takes a certain kind of person to build this, and that certain kind of person would probably be famous on their specific server. What I was even thinking is like maybe you make a separate little island like right here, so that way this could be where everyone warps to on your island, so that way they can actually see this entire thing, and then you put all your stuff inside that. I don't know, that was just another idea. I think that would be kind of cool, and if someone were to actually build this in their specific SkyBlock server, I would want to see this, because if someone took the time to place all these blocks, dude, more power to you. Like, I use World Edit to build most of this because it's just so many blocks. If you were to place every single one of these wool blocks to create this balloon, man, you have some serious dedication. And I know there's probably a type of person out there that would do that, and they would have literally the coolest skyblock ever. Now I have to put like a speed pot on so that way you guys can see the outside of this, because it's so freaking massive. I mean, just the balloon alone, you could put so much stuff inside here. You could make a massive spawner inside here if you wanted to. You could put a spawner in the chimney. You could put spawners everywhere. There's just so much space on this island, and by utilizing from top to bottom, you really have an infinite amount of space to really do whatever you want. Now, my goal with this wasn't only to make a cool looking skyblock island. Obviously that was the #1 point, because I wanted to make pretty much the dopest skyblock island someone's ever made, but I also really wanted to make sure that the build that I was doing, this specific house, which is the house from up, I wanted to make sure it was as accurate as possible to the real thing in the real movie, which I think I achieved. I think I came pretty close, to be honest with you. If you guys think there's any imperfections, obviously let me know, because I always want to make sure my builds are the best they possibly can be, and that's why I'm trying to build these absolutely massive and amazing looking things, because, well, it makes me feel good. I think they look so cool when I'm done. It's just something cool to look at, and I hope you guys kind of agree. So that's kind of where we're gonna be ending today's video. There really wasn't much to show you because most of the build was on the outside of the actual thing. So there wasn't much interior stuff to go over, because I wanted to leave that blank so you guys could go ahead and do that yourself. So there will be a link down in the description if you guys want to download this build. You guys can use it on SkyBlock. You could use it literally anywhere, but my purpose was to build it for SkyBlock. But you could use this as your server spawn if you wanted to. You could just download it and play it, and just to look at it if you really wanted to. All I ask is that if you guys do download this thing, please, while you're down there, hit that subscribe button and or hit that like button, because I spent a lot of hours building this, and I would appreciate if you guys could show the support down below, because I want to keep building awesome things like this, and your support makes it so much easier for me to do that. But as always, guys, I love you all. See you guys later. Peace out.